Thanks, Darling. Just wanted to highlight what's been going on in terms of the pound yen, and again, it all comes down to the crossover at the London session, and it's what I referred to earlier. This is what happens. This is where we are. This is the London Open, and we're now half an hour into the London session. The rapid move higher is designed to draw you in. It's the fear of missing out. The market moves very rapidly. You think, I want to jump in, make some easy money, bang, and now you're trapped in this weak position in the reversal. This happens constantly. It happens in all crossover sessions, particularly in London, but also in terms of the US session. What you'll often find in terms of the US session is what has been going on in terms of the UK session for 4 or 5 hours is suddenly reversed as the US markets get underway, particularly if it's something to do with the dollar, if it's dollar-centric moves and all the rest of it. It just happens repeatedly. You can see the weakness here just from the price action. You've really only got to look at it from that perspective. You know, it's just giving you all sorts of signs of weakness. Here we are. I've got again on 15-minute. You've got the volatility trigger. Then you've got the weakness coming in, ton of volume coming in, the market's gone nowhere, nice big wick to the upper body. Now we're reversing. Where are we going to go back to? Almost certainly back down to the volume point of control here. Why? Because you've got a ton of volume here, which is going to cause the market to congest. It's what the volume point of control tells you. It tells you where the volume is sitting on the price axis. In other words, it brings together volume, price, and time. Whereas this is a linear relationship between price and volume. This is a three-dimensional relationship of the histogram, the relationship between price, volume, and time. And the longer markets sit in congestion, then the deeper will be those volume areas. And from a trading perspective, obviously you've got support and resistance regions here on the accumulation distribution indicator. These levels are giving you areas of resistance and support from a price-based perspective. What the volume histogram gives you is exactly the same information from a volume perspective. So if the market gets up to these sorts of regions where you've got volume falling away constantly, if the market is going to push through there, it's going to find it relatively easy because the volume is diminishing all the time. And in addition to that, you've got some resistance here from price. But in terms of the volume, this is falling away. So if the market moves through this region, through 132 and above this candle here, then you would expect it to move pretty rapidly up to 132.40 purely from a volume-based perspective. And you've got another example here where you've got support and resistance coming into play. We've got the volume point of control here. We've got a lot of indecision. The VIX is swinging about, still in congestion. You've got a very strong platform here, which is literally being tested as I'm talking at 131.40 odd, this very strong red dashed line. You can see it was breached here, went through. Now it's coming back to retest. You've got the volume point of control below. And it's putting all these things together. Again, you've got weakness here on the candle that we saw there. And you just go up and down the time frames all the time, forgive the pun. You can see how the trend monitor is starting to transition. This is obviously chopping about. This is 15 seconds, very quick, but you can see the transition here on 3 minutes. We went through the 2 phases of color. So we went into darker blue, into darker red. Now we're coming out the other side into bright red. But we've got this platform here. If that is breached, then the market's like to go down to 30, and then we're back at the volume point of control for a further period of congestion probably. But again, you've got weak signals here. The market's trying to rally, falls back, good volume. Market's trying to rally, falls back, good volume again. You know, that's what you're looking at the whole time. But it is very much the crossover which traps so many traders. I can't stress it too strongly. The market may well continue higher later in the day, but that's what's going to happen at the crossover. Let's have a quick look at the multiple CSIs because that's quite interesting too. Really telling you what's going on at the moment. We had this very strong buying of the pound. Now we're starting to see selling of the pound. It was very overbought. Equally, the yen was oversold. Now that's starting to come back. You've got the same here on 5 minute. Pound selling off. Pound selling off on 10 minute as well. You're seeing a kick up in the yen, and it's starting to roll over on 15. You can see the CAD here highlighted earlier on, very strong selling. Now we've got strong buying coming in on the CAD. We've got strong selling on the Swiss franc. The dollar's moving lower. Just have a quick look at the currency indices. If I can find them. Where are we? Currency indices. Where are you? I'm sure I've got them up here somewhere. There we go, in the middle. That's it. That's what's happening. These are the currency indices charts. This is the yen, so that's pretty much going sideways at the moment. That's really reflecting what's going on in terms of the VIX. So it's not particularly strong. This is on 15-minute, bear in mind, so this is a slower time horizon. This is what's going on in terms of the dollar. So we're seeing this very strong selling of the dollar right now. That's certainly reflected over here on the 15-minute. In terms of the euro on 15, it's again congestion at the moment for the time being. And in terms of this is what's going on in terms of the pound, we have this strong rally, then we have the weakness coming in. Now we've got a market that's maybe a little bit in congestion here on this particular time horizon. Just have a quick look and see what's going on in terms of cable. Yep, no problem. I have, yeah. There we go. Let's see what's going on in terms of cable. Have a quick look here. Similar, not identical, similar. You've got, again, trap move, got the volatility trigger, weakness coming in. Now we're trading within this volatility candle. And if the market's going to trade higher, then you'd want to see it clear all this stuff and get up into these lower volume regions here. Very strong platforms in below. You've got 3 levels here, really. You've got the volume point of control itself and 2 very strong platforms of support in at 1850 and 1860 odd. So we'll see what transpires. Obviously, you've got BOE later on, and we've had the news this morning. So again, and if we go down onto the 15-minute, there we go. Saw the weakness come in. Very weak candle. Big wick to the upper body. Lots of volume driving in there. You know, that's a sign of weakness. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a reversal from primary to primary. In other words, from bullish to bearish. But if you're trading that market and you see those sorts of signals coming in, then it's giving you a heads up of what to expect. And as I said last night, that is really what this is about. It's about giving you the confidence to understand what is coming up at you, and you then make a decision based on logical, common sense analysis and not on an emotional response, which is how most traders trade. They see a reversal and they panic and they close out, and then they regret it because the market moves in the direction that it was moving in originally. When you make decisions using VPA, you're using common sense and analysis, a logical approach to making those decisions. And that's why it's such a powerful methodology to use in all markets, particularly in Forex, but you can use it in every other market and in every single time frame as well. I'm going to wrap up there because we've been going nearly an hour, a little bit over time. Apologies for that. These are where you find the trading indicators at quantumtrading.com. Available for MT4.5, NinjaTrader 7.8, and it's the same license. So if you purchase an indicator for MT4, you can use it on MT5 or both. It's entirely up to you. It's not a separate license. The same applies to 7 and 8 on NinjaTrader. And as I've mentioned, the indicator available TradingView. We're working on TradeStation at the moment. The reason it's taking a little bit longer than we anticipated is because we are actually working on 2 platforms simultaneously, or 2 versions simultaneously. There is TradeStation Global, which is driven by interactive brokers. So if you have an interactive brokers account, you'll be able to hook it straight through into TradeStation. So we're working on that. It's very exciting, and you'll be able to trade Forex through the interactive broker platform, through a TradeStation platform with the interactive brokers acting as your data feed. The TradeStation Securities version is version 10. And that we're also working on, and we've got 2 or 3 new indicators we'll be building there. We've got some developments we've also put in place, for example, on the currency matrix. We've got a nice feature that whereby it gives you the levels, historic levels, and whether that the current level is average, high or low. So it just gives a metric against which to judge the currency matrix and the numbers that you see in the ranking ladder there. So we're working as best we can on that. It's taking a little bit longer, as I say, but it will all hopefully be available by the summer at the latest with a bit of luck. This is the education program, the complete Forex trading program. I have to say, we believe it is the gold standard for Forex trading as an education program. There's 200 hours of video, there's 13 PDF downloads. It covers everything. There are core modules, the psychology, fundamental, relational, technical, and mechanics of trading module. And then you've got a huge library, VPA chart examples, how to use the indicators, pulling it all together, topic webinars. These cover all specific things like scaling in and scaling out, basket trading, all manner of things in there, and they're dealt with individually on each topic. We've got a webinar library, which again is a huge array of video, of live video with myself and Anna. And then we've got a resources section as well. It's all backed up with 13 PDFs, as I say. And in addition to that, you also have access to the VPA Traders Forum, where you'll be amongst friends. There's a lot of experienced traders in there who are doing really, really well. And they will they give their time very freely, and they're happy to help novices and less experienced traders based on their own trading knowledge and experience. And of course, Anna and myself are there pretty much all day, every day to help as well, to answer questions you may have. That's it. I'm going to wrap up there. Really appreciate you coming along. Hope you've enjoyed it today. Please stay safe. I know these are very difficult times for everybody. But you know, please look after yourselves, stay indoors, look after your family, and hopefully we will get through all this in the next few weeks and months. So our best wishes to you all, wherever you are in the world, and we will be back next Tuesday at 7:45 for Forex. So we will see you then. Thanks very much indeed, really appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed it, and see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of the trading day. Bye for now.